We back, baby.
We are back.
Welcome to the courtesy violation.
This is the podcast. This is the disc golf podcast.
The only one
That there is.
that's worth a poop.
Yeah, it's the only one that's worth listening to.
Yeah.
Or as a guy at work who knows of the podcast calls it Courtesy Corner. He goes, "Yeah, I told some guys about your podcast, Courtesy Corner, the other day."
That's good. At least he
I
told somebody.
didn't correct him
No.
because I don't want them to know the real podcast.
No, this is only for the real G's.
Yeah. Only a few people I want. That's the only reason we don't have a ton of listeners, because we don't really want the word to get out too big. We're not trying to blow up, But it took a week off.
Yeah, we had a lot of stuff going on, work wise, life wise. But that's the great thing about no gods, no masters. We can take it off, and we apologize if y'all just couldn't handle a week without us. Because I know some of y'all out there just you gotta have it. We're like a drug to you.
Yeah.
You gotta have your fix.
Yeah, they started getting itchy, and they're like, "Where are they at?"
And just before they start getting dope sick, boom,
Here we are.
we be back.
We're back. Yeah. Don't check into that drug rehab facility just yet, because we got one more shot for you.
We got a lot of shit today though. We got USWDGC.
Mm-hmm.
We got Nikko stirring some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. We got a couple of things that we would change. Well, I wouldn't say change. Like, and some of these might be rules, but some things that we think should be rules.
Yeah, if they aren't already.
If they're not already.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a fun episode.
Some fantasy picks.
Yeah, we'll go through the fantasy picks as well.
Or our predictions, I guess we could call it.
Yeah. So we'll tell you guys about our fantasy. It's a fantasy. The fantasy draft. That's the only thing that turns me off so much about the whole thing of
fantasy?
It's fun, by the way. Like, fantasy sports teams are great.
You're doing really good.
I am in FPO. I'm doing really good. Yeah, but calling it a fantasy thing is the only one I've always been like, how are like real men that love football into this shit? They're like, it's my fantasy team.
Well, it's their fantasy. They want to be coaches.
You're like, dude, don't make fun of it. It's my fantasy.
Speaking of fantasies, the USWDGC was held at a place called Tinkle Valley.
Yeah.
I thought if they would change the name, actually, I'll get a little more in depth to it. A friend of mine was texting me about it, and I think his phone auto-corrected Sprinkle to Tinkle, and it made me wonder why his phone would auto-correct to Tinkle.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
Why is he using the word tinkle
so much? Yeah, that is his phone autocorrects to it.
Yeah.
It's like my phone when I first got it. It used to autocorrect fuck the duck.
Yeah.
It doesn't anymore.
No, it knows now. It's like there's no way he meant duck.
Yeah, I never text anything about ducks.
No. It shouldn't ever have ever autocorrected a duck in the first place, because no one would say duck off.
No.
Or like go duck, whatever the thing is.
Or you want a duck.
Yeah, no one would say that. If their phones are so smart, they should know, like.
It should. They're supposed to be smartphones.
They're supposed to be.
Okay, but my point was, Sprinkle Valley, if they wanted to, because I've heard there's a lot. Now, I don't know if this is true. This is what I've heard from people in the Austin area. There's a big tinkle fetish group in that Austin area.
Really?
Little, piss fetish, I guess you call it, right? Well, if they change the name from Sprinkle to Tinkle, it might draw bigger crowds, because there was crowds there, but it wasn't as big as what I would have thought for the USWDGC.
Yeah.
But if just a couple of letters, Tinkle Valley. It'd probably smell bad there, but
you'd have like the meat bone fucking diaper spa situation going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Maybe
Tinkle Valley
could, if they change the name to it, maybe draw in a little. But let's be real, piss fetish people, they're not like coming in by the swarms, are they?
I mean, I'm sure they have meetups.
Sure. Texas is a big state.
It is.
Texas is not the state to have a piss. Well, everything goes in Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah. Even the piss, even the fetishes.
Yeah. Even the tinklers.
Tinkle Valley. What'd you think about the course?
It was tough. I thought it was tough. A lot of people didn't like it because it was tough and complaining about it online. There's been a lot of complaining about a lot of shit online the last couple of weeks.
Well, you gotta.
I mean, that's what online's for, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a cool course. I thought it was hard. The wind coming in, round 2 and the final round was probably the worst, I think.
Yeah.
It made it extremely hard.
It did. It was fun, like watching that, which we'll get into. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. We're already talking about USWDGC.
Yeah. Let's just roll with it.
But it kind of made. First off, congrats to Missy.
Big money Missy. Always show up with them big checks.
Yeah, she still. I think I'd heard or read recently that she has made a little bit more or about the same as Chris and Tatar in career winning. So that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
To not have all the titles, but
first major she won was this weekend.
Her first major,
Congrats on that too.
But watching that last round did make her seem make the win seem just a little bit underwhelming for me. Just because like you just watching her and Evelina not be able to capitalize on these putts, and it's like she ended up shooting Missy. I think it was like 975 the last round, 974, which is still it's good.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2 over for the round, but I don't know. It didn't feel like fire. You know, we've been seeing some badass fucking disc golf.
We're spoiled. We've been very spoiled already this year by the shit coming down to the last holes, maybe going to playoffs. I mean,
Scoggins breaking records.
Yeah, I mean, we've been spoiled, but she did what she had to do. I mean, you got to think you would do the same thing probably. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you let it coast in, but she did run some shit that she didn't really have to either.
Yeah.
That last round, but I think she left the door open and Evelina couldn't come through. And that was the thing that I got in the notes too, is like her putting woes came back, Evelina. But it's so weird because a 25-footer for birdie or par, she'll whiff it, but then the 25-foot comeback, it looks great. Yeah. Like there's
center.
Yeah, it's just
interchange.
And I think that's just the testament that it is all all mental, right?
It is big time. And that was weird watching her hit those comebackers. It was nice, like, oh, well, she's getting those at least. Yeah. So she's not bleeding strokes. Yeah. But, like, holy shit, do it the first time.
Yeah.
It really is. It's, like, I hate it for her. We've talked about it on the show, how much I hate it for her. But, like, it's, like, oddly irritating to watch.
Yeah.
I watch her do it, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ. I'm like holding while it's happening, I'm like, no one's around. Yeah. But I'm like holding my face, like, oh my God. Kevin McAllister with my hands on my cheeks.
It's like, hard to watch. It is hard to watch. And, like, I feel for her. Like, you do. I know you do too. It's hard to watch, but, man, she has all the skill in the fucking world. Even with them, she has the putting skill. You can see it in the comebackers.
Yeah.
It's all in the head. And I don't know how to, I mean, who am I? I shot a 770 fucking around this weekend. So I can't say shit about anybody's play for sure. But I hope she gets it dialed in because, I mean, the better the competition, just like this weekend, it wasn't fucking to the wire. And we're like, oh, it was kind of underwhelming.
Right.
It was great golf, and there was some good shooting. It's just we're so fucking spoiled, and the more people that are playing at their top, like Kristen wasn't playing at her top this weekend, so she left the door open. You could say even for everybody else, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Owen and Kristen both like just not being able to start super well.
Yeah,
but Owen had a great finish.
Yeah.
That last round.
I thought she was going to
make a run for
it.
Well, it's funny. After the first round, she was, I want to say 8 or 9 strokes off the lead.
Yeah.
I forget. But it may have been like 12. I forget. But you were like, well, Owen's out. And I was like, she may not be. We'll see. Yeah. And she actually did come within strokes.
That last round, man, I was really thought that she might
make a run for it. Well, they were leaving the door open.
Yeah, they were almost covered. She was still going up, and they were coming back. I thought, if they keep coming to her, which she was so many cards ahead, I mean, everybody knew. I mean, they knew what her score was.
Yeah, it's funny. You're watching FPO, and you're like, maybe she'll have a run at getting a badass score, and you're like, oh, well, she'll have to birdie the last 4 holes.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is, no offense, but this is FPO.
And
it's probably not in a very tough course.
Yeah.
A lot of OB and whatnot, but
That 18 was wild. 17 was a cool hole. I liked the way they had it, the island. I mean, I
Yeah.
really did like the course. I did think that it was a lot of poke and pray. I mean, there was a lot of small trees that they had to get around. But people are complaining about it being too hard. I've heard them bitch about shit being too fucking easy so much. And now, once they play a hard course, it's like, it's too damn hard.
No, it's
like,
too hard.
Fucking stop with the complaining, man. Like,
Yeah.
ask the ladies what they thought. I heard Missy interviewed. She said she liked it.
Yeah.
That's all I fucking need to know. It doesn't matter my goddamn opinion about it.
Yeah.
I'm not out there playing. Find out what they thought. If they all say, yeah, that shit sucked, then that shit sucked.
It probably sucks. Maybe take it off.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm sure Missy probably liked it a little bit better because she just made it, 12 G's?
Fair, yeah. She's like, honestly, I think it was the greatest course ever considering I just won it.
Won my first major in $12,000.
Yeah. So it was actually pretty fun. But yeah, just watching and like her leaving the door open for so many opportunities. Like Missy wasn't great off the tee that last round there for a lot of shots. And Evelina was, dude.
Yeah.
Like she was if it was a par 4 where she just needed a good drive for placement, she did it well. And she would get up, but she would get the disc down there at least within like 30 feet. And I would watch it like, I remember one hole, she juiced it long, like 30 feet for a birdie look. And I was like, well, it's an easy par at least. You know?
Yeah.
And it's sad to say, but it's like,
yeah.
she probably ain't going to make that. And God damn it, she didn't.
Yeah.
I think that was actually the one that she ended up taking like a bogey on or something. She 3-putted at one point.
Yeah, there was
that last round.
She definitely did, yeah.
It bummed me out.
Yeah, it was still fun to watch.
Of course.
But we are jaded with shit
It's
coming
true.
down to the last fucking hole.
It's true, and Kristen is this close to being 1,000 rated.
We
so
wanna
she's
see
been
that
playing pretty
too.
good disc golf. Owen Scoggins just beating records at Austin. So
yeah,
highest rated event of any FPO player
ever. Yeah.
Not in DGPT ever.
Yep.
Pretty hot.
And then they go to Tinkle Valley and piss all over our fucking expectations.
They did, yeah. I don't know though. It was fun.
No, it definitely was. Yeah.
I think a lot of people also, they make the argument of like USWDGC seems underwhelming just in general compared to other majors too. And I'm like, but I think mostly because it doesn't get enough attention or like enough, promotion.
Yeah.
I guess. But
Well, do you think that it would be different if they played the same place all the time, like USDGC?
Like Winthrop?
Yeah.
maybe because that kind of makes it special. I think,
It
which a
does,
lot of
yeah.
people don't like Winthrop for whatever reason. They think it needs a change or it's just old layout or whatever their problems are, gimmicky. I
Yeah.
know a lot, and it kind of can be.
I mean, there's a
Every
lot of-
year they
a
do
lot of
something new. That's
Crazy OB and stuff, But yeah,
But
man, I love it.
I do too, and that's one of my biggest dreams is to visit Rock Hill.
Yeah.
But I think that would be maybe if they could designate one course to have USWDGC at and be like, this is the course we have. Yeah. I don't know why they don't.
Do you? Let me ask you this too.
Okay.
I've been wondering this: should throw pink be a major? I don't. I mean, I might as well. If it's a major for the guys, why not just make it a major?
Yeah. I agree with that for sure.
I know I think it's great to have the women have a separate event. That way, they're the highlight of it. I 100% agree with that. You know what I mean? But like, might as well throw pink a major too. I mean, unless they just want to make sure they all have the same majors, which I guess makes sense. But I do think that if they found a place, a historical place, of course it's been around forever, that fits the FPO play, and just leave it the fuck there.
Yeah.
I think that would make it better. Maybe not even better, but this switching every year might not be the play.
No, I think it would make it a little bit more special. I think they could just choose one location, keep it that. You could make a vote.
Yeah, it's a huge. It's a huge event too for the ladies because, it's not just the FBO. There's
also dudes playing it. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like it's from the juniors all the way up to FP 70.
Yeah.
Like, it's all in that area every year, you know. So there's tournaments going on everywhere. So I don't know if that's the reason where they want to move it. And I think it is great that the ladies have, you know, like a designated weekend where it's just them.
Yeah.
I thought it was super cool to see some of the bros on their ladies' bags. Thought that was cool. Nathan Queen was on.
Of course.
What's
Rebecca
his name?
Cox?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Nathan Queen?
No, Mandu Hanos.
Mason Ford.
Mason Ford, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Right?
he was on. Yeah,
it was. Yeah.
He was on the bag. There's a few of them on the bag, so I thought that was cool. Saying
Absolutely.
that,
Dude, I would love that. I thought about that actually over the weekend, watching them caddy for them while watching Alexis play or Valerie play, because she fucking kicked ass that last round. And I was like, how that must be so cool to be in a relationship with somebody who's just eating ass on the court. I've never experienced it. Just to be like, watch someone play and then be like, you did that was rad today.
Yeah.
And like be able to like dab them up and shit.
you can hear Mason.
High five.
You can hear
during
Mason
sex.
say some. You can hear Mason say some stuff. You know, like that was sick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What if his expectations are so high though, because he's an MPO and he's just like, really, you're gonna lay that up? Huh? She's like, this is FPO, Mason.
What if he puts the pressure on her? And I'm not Mason Ford. If you're listening, I'm not saying you do something. You're not a piece of stuff like shit like we are. But like, what if he's like, if you don't make this putt, you ain't getting no dick.
No dick, yeah. And she was just like, that's not how this works.
You got it backwards.
Yeah, this is completely backwards.
If I don't make this putt, you're not getting any.
Yeah, guys don't make those rules like that.
No,
That's not how that works. And if you are the type of dude, if you're in a relationship where it's like that, you're
get
a
out.
piece of shit.
Yeah, get out of it.
Yeah.
It's a bad relationship.
Yeah, we're talking to you, Valerie. Get out of that relationship.
You do have the hots for Valerie.
Yeah.
Or you think she's super hot?
She's the hottest in FPO. She's beautiful.
Mason Ford is the hottest.
He's a good-looking feller.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
He looks like a Mason Ford kind of.
He really does.
You know.
I don't know if I've ever seen a person that looked more like Mason Ford than
Yeah.
Mason Ford.
It really does. But like, and then you see his style though, and he's I don't know what his thing is, but he kind of seems like maybe, I don't want to say hipstery, but almost like maybe that kind of aesthetic to an extent. But you wouldn't think so with a name like Mason Ford and the look. Like you think he'd be a good old boy, Lone Star, you know, fucking
Mint.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's, you know,
It's Austin.
yeah,
It's Austin.
it's Austin. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't even know what point I was trying to make.
But
Regardless,
he seems chill. I
He
think
does-
is what you were
that's
trying to
exactly
say.
what I was
think you were
trying to
trying to
say.
get to the point where you were saying he seems like a chill dude, and his style of play is almost like a chill dude.
it is. It really is. You want me to go through the?
Yeah, run through top
Let's go
10.
through top 10 FPO. The only
Yeah.
division that played. We'll go Missy Gannon, number 1, of course.
Big funny miss.
Big money Missy. Evelina, 5 strokes back at 7 under in second place. And then Valerie Mandujano, third. Our girl, Owen Scoggins, a favorite of the podcast.
Hey, how neat did she look in her skirt and polo?
Oh, yeah.
And glasses.
I love it when she does the glasses too.
Yeah.
Glasses are great.
Yeah.
It's a
She
good
looked pretty
added
neat.
touch. Very neat. Pretty neat.
We had a message on Twitter that said that he was after seeing Owen playing in that outfit that he thinks he's developed the Asian teacher fetish.
Oh, really? Yeah. He's like, never really had one before until I saw it. Yeah.
It's like, I think I got a new fetish, a new search I need to do on Pornhub.
Jesus.
It's like, damn.
What kind of fetish does he get when he sees Natalie Ryan play?
I don't know.
And he's like, I got this new fetish now. You're not going to believe it. I don't know what you know about trans porn, but
I know plenty.
it's pretty cool. Heidi Lane in 5th place. I know it's not how you pronounce it.
It's close, I think.
It's like Heidi Lane.
Like, I think you're nailing it right there.
Maybe. But this is America. It's Heidi Lane here.
Heidi.
Yeah. Heidi Lane. What is she from? Howdy Lane. She must be from Texas. Kristen, 6th place at 2 down. Yeah, just kind of a lackluster tournament for her.
Yeah,
The 985 event.
Did you see? She posted some pictures of her ankle, and it was fucking shit wrecked,
Yeah.
dude. I don't know if she twisted it or if she's just she injured it before and it just started aggravating her or what. But it looked fucking rough.
I haven't seen the ankle, but I have heard her talk about it a little. I don't remember where I read it or saw it, but yeah, she's going through something right now with, I don't know, injury you would call it, or just kind of hurt right now.
Yeah.
But even before, I think at Austin, she had made the comment that she was sore after playing practice round. She's like, I've been sore, like I may have went too hard, and so I don't know. Hopefully
Her
everything's
ankle
all right.
looked shit wrecked. Like it was pretty bad looking. Like it was swelled up. It was swelled up bad enough that like the top of her foot was swelled up.
Really?
Yeah, it looked bad.
Wow.
So I don't know if that's part of the problem or
That's tough.
I don't know.
It's playing in hills. You can't play in hills.
Stinking crazy FPO.
Come on, what are you thinking? I don't know how they do it over there in fucking Estonia. But you playing shoes over here. But yeah, I hope she look. Kristen is not out of it yet.
No,
I mean,
no.
she's bound and determined to have a few, you know.
She needs to shoot another good or some rounds above 1,000 to make sure that last one doesn't come back because we all want to see her get 1,000, right?
Everyone.
I mean, everybody wants to see that.
Oh yeah, I mean it's history.
Do people not like her? Do you know anybody that doesn't like her?
No.
Is she the most dominant athlete in a sport that pretty much the majority of people like? Because mostly when somebody's dominant, there's gonna have some haters, right?
Yeah.
But I don't really know anybody that did like fuck her.
Right. Yeah.
It's because she's
Same
hot.
thing with Owen Scoggins though. Who hates Owen?
If you hate Owen, fuck right
You're
off.
just a piece of shit.
You're a real piece of shit if you don't.
You
like
should
Owen.
hate Kristen before you hate Owen.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
Owen's awesome.
She's the most American player in FPO. She is.
Yeah,
She's an immigrant. She fucking kicks ass. She loves beer.
loves it.
Loves the party.
She does.
She's just a good time, dude.
She likes to cut loose.
She
What is it you've been saying? Get tuned up.
She likes to get tuned up. Yeah, she's already half cocked by the interview. I like that one too. Yeah, so we got Kristen at 6, half cocked. Rest in peace. Jordan Lynn's 7th.
Hey, good job with Jordan.
Yeah.
I think she's the I don't want to say make it. I think she's the lower rated of the two Lynn sisters. So that's pretty solid.
She's 933 rated. So yeah.
Yeah, I think her sister or twin or whatever they are, I'm pretty sure she's the higher of the two.
She played 50 over her.
Hell
She
yeah.
averaged 50 over her players rating, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
USWDGC. Come on, top 10.
That's solid. Major?
Major.
Top 10 major?
Shit. Sprinkle Valley.
Tinkle Valley.
Kristen Tatar. I'm just saying words now. Ella Hansen, 8th place. Also haven't seen Ella really get in there, and we'll see what she does this year, but haven't seen her get in there and take a win yet, or at least kick a lot of ass.
Yeah.
So.
And it's early, but man, this fatigue shit, that's the thing with on the tour, and I'm just throwing this out there. This could be 100% not true. People might just be getting warmed up to it. But at what point, all this travel, and I know they do get a week here and 2 off, maybe get to go home, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Man, fatigue's gotta fucking come in quick, right?
Oh, you would think so. Yeah, like, I would say the first week you would probably be pretty fucking
I mean,
wore out.
most of them are sleeping in vans or motorhomes or whatever, which, I mean, that can be comfortable. There's nothing wrong with that if you got it done right. And I know Ella just redid a van, which is pretty sick looking. But, like, just the travel and nonstop, it seems like it'd kill you.
People that have to drive across the country to get to their destinations, I hate
That's
it for
tough,
them. That
dude.
is tough. I would definitely, like, those guys that, like, barely make it there on time and maybe get around in or don't and then play an event. Dude, that would suck so bad.
Yeah,
Just
when
be
you're doing
driving-
something for a living and you
Yes.
just fucking pull up and have to perform your job,
No shit.
that'd be tough.
Yeah. I wonder if that's what's going on with Chandler Kramer.
I don't know, maybe.
All right. Well, Natalie Ryan, Ninth place. Holland Hanley, 10th place. So yeah, no surprises there. I mean, your top 10, about the usual suspects, with the exception of Heidi Lane, for the most part, and Jordan Lenz. But I mean, also something worth mentioning: Chantel Badinsky, our favorite Canadian, 11th place, tied 11th place with Hannah Blomroos, Cadence Burge, yeah, Sayananda. It was looking pretty good for her there in the beginning. She ended up not exactly but top 20 finish, USWDGC.
I'll say this over and over and over and over to whoever fucking wants to listen. Westside fucked up last year by not giving her whatever she needed to do to stay on tour. And maybe it was her choice that she didn't want to, but I would have offered her enough money that she would be like, yeah, I'm definitely going to, because she was the biggest name in FPO for a month.
Yeah.
And then she just...
Then it was like gone. Yeah, because she took a break, right?
Yeah.
For a while, and then I don't know when she came back. Was it literally
for I think Throw Pink or something? Like, she only came back for a couple tournaments.
Yeah.
But she's a very likable person.
Yeah.
Got a cool style, got good style as in fashion and style as in play.
It's true, dude.
Like she's
best dresser in FPO, maybe.
Yeah, she's just like a cool person, and she was the hottest name in FPO last year for a short period of time, besides Kristen, I guess, because Kristen was just winning everything. But she was hot, and then she just disappeared.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Westside gave her a Wu-Tang stamp and said, "That's
Get
it."
the fuck out of here.
All right. Hope you can sell these.
Westside?
Yeah, those were sick though.
Yeah, they were. I got one of her. I did support her because I like her. Because that's what I do with my FPO ladies that I like. I go and I'll buy their signature disc.
Mm-hmm.
I got of course you know which one I got. Warship.
Of course.
I had to.
You got to get the Warship. Which reminded me, you talking about Westside and sponsors not treating not doing what they should be doing with the players. Matteo, do you remember last weekend or at Austin when Matteo made some kind of comment about going in the last round? He's like, "I'm just wanting to have fun." Did you see that?
I never did see it. I heard people talk about it.
I want to know. I didn't read into it much after that. If anyone knows, comment on YouTube or wherever. Let us know. But he mentions like he was about to go into it where he's talking about stress with his stress with the fucking sponsor. He's, I guess, talking about Westside, presumably. And then he's like, "Oh, never mind. I'll make a statement about it later." And I never did see a statement about it, but he was like, "I'm just going to go back into playing disc golf and having fun." But then he kind of caught himself. But I was wondering what he was getting into, what he was talking about. If there was something going on with Westside, or I don't know, the business dealings there. But I don't know. Let us know if you know.
Yeah, do.
Yeah, if you know Matty O, and just tell him
what the fuck he was talking.
Ask
about.
him that we want to know.
Yeah,
he knows us.
Yeah, tell him to call. We'll talk it over.
We'll hash it out. But USWDGC.
It was fun.
It was fun.
And it deserves its weekend, and maybe they'll pick a spot and just keep it there.
Yeah, maybe they can just have it at Winthrop.
Hey.
There you go.
No,
it's not the same.
Not the same.
You got to give them a new one.
Yeah, they need their own spot.
I agree with
that.
For
sure.
You got to keep them segregated from us.
Well, go ahead, hit that like and share and all that shit right here before we start our next subject. We always need a little help. We say we don't want to grow, but guess what? We were fucking lying.
Yeah,
so
that was just a joke.
Share the hell out of it.
Yeah, if you believe that, you shouldn't even be listening to us. You should know we were joking.
That's all we do is joke.
It's just jokes around here.
Okay.
What's next?
Nikko.
Yeah.
He
he's at it again.
He
How long did he take this time?
But okay, this is I might stir some shit with how I'm going to present this.
Oh God!
Because it's a lose-lose, right? The whole transgender FPO. You can't win the fight, and I really, regardless of what some fucking people believe online. I don't have to have a fucking opinion on it.
Sure.
I don't have an opinion on it. Me and you, we've talked about it to our back and forth. I tell you when I get a rash on my dick.
Yeah.
I tell you everything.
I usually see it first.
I usually get it from you.
Yeah. I'm the one that gives you the rash, of course.
But like seriously, and I've said many times, I don't have like, it doesn't bother me regardless if they let her play, if they don't let her play. That's up to the FPO and the people in fucking charge. I don't care.
Yeah.
Now Nikko, I guess he stands for the side that he doesn't think that they should be allowed to play in FPL.
He definitely feels that way.
And Sacred Disc, his disc line, is dropping some new proto putters. I think it's called the Seed. They're lavender infused, so they smell like lavender.
That's the weirdest one.
That it's lavender infused. I actually think it's
just that it's scented.
Yeah, I think AGL did some scented stuff too.
Oh.
But
they smell like trees.
Well, our buddy bought one of the other ones that smelled like sage. Remember?
Not AGL.
No, the Sacred. Yeah,
he did.
But anyway, part of the sales of the prototype for this Seed putter, it's their first putter, I think. He's gonna use them to pay out the first FPO player that mispay if they got beat by a transgender player.
Yeah, as he worded it, but if they get beat by transgender.
Yeah, by transgender. Yeah.
There's no S. Yeah.
But thoughts, opinions?
I don't know, man. Are you gonna fucking ask me this? I don't know if that's something that he feels strongly about. Yeah, man, do it. I'm sure. I wonder what I wonder though is what if it's Maria Oliva?
Yeah.
Do you think she would accept the money?
Maybe not.
Or you think she'd be like, fuck you, I don't agree with this? Because also, I don't even know how she feels about it, but I bet I do. You know what I mean? I know where she stands.
Oh, no, she definitely stands.
Oh,
She's been public about it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so like, yeah, whatever, man. Like, I think you said it best, like, if the women that are playing by large don't give a shit, then I truly don't give a shit. I'll tell you what I do give a shit about is her being in my fantasy every week, and she will be. Not my fantasy disc golf league. Yeah. She's in my fantasy, and notice how I use the correct pronoun because we do that over here. I will respect that.
Absolutely,
of course.
I honestly have no issue with. Sure. It doesn't fucking. Regardless.
I don't have any issue with her playing either because she's doing pretty well in my fantasy, and I will pick her every week, because I don't know if you guys know this. But she actually is a biological male playing against biological women. And she's kicking. I mean, you'd be silly not to.
Yeah.
I don't know how obvious that is.
Yeah, she's been doing pretty good in fantasy.
I don't know. I think.
I don't want your opinion on that situation. I want your opinion on what Nikko's doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think here. Yeah, sure, man. Have at it, Nikko.
Okay, this is my thing. If the motherfucker truly believes that it's not fair and he's willing to pay out another FPO player, pay him.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, that's got to be good for FPO, right? So, regardless of the reason,
someone's getting paid.
Someone else is going to get paid.
Yeah.
And then I can't hate a man for putting his goddamn money where his mouth is.
Yeah, he's actually doing the thing.
I mean, if that's...
What if he doesn't, though?
Well, first off, what if he doesn't? And second off, is this a marketing play? Like, is this a marketing maneuver?
Well, it's definitely going to look good for him for that side of things. But this is only good for one half of people.
Yeah, but I don't know that it's 50-50. I honestly don't think it is.
I would say, dude, unless the people that support her just shut the fuck up most of the time, it feels like most of the comments are like...
That's what I'm saying.
Against the whole Natalie Ryan thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like... are these just going to sell out immediately? You know what I mean?
Just fly off the shelf.
And I'm not
lavender infused.
And I'm not saying Nikko. Nikko is still one of my favorite players.
Oh, dude, we always love Nikko.
He was my first favorite player I ever had when it came to watching pro disc golf. I don't care what everybody else thinks. I loved watching his style. Yeah. I've said it 1,000 times. I thought straddle putt was how you putted because he was the person I watched. And I was like, oh, that's how you're supposed to putt.
Yeah.
So I mimicked a lot of stuff off of him, but like also if it is a marketing thing,
Yeah.
it's fucking genius.
Sure.
I mean, it's smart.
It's
man.
one. I don't know, man. That to me seems like one of those things that you should just keep out of. I would if I were him, but if it pays out, it pays out.
If he believes it, dude. I mean,
Sure,
he's putting his money where his mouth is.
it's fair.
I mean, not many people do that shit.
And
that's
someone's
for sure.
getting paid.
Yeah, and someone's getting paid.
What if it was for a worse reason? What if it was like, I'm going to pay the first FPO player that misses cash because a goddamn Estonian went or something like, if it's like really strongly against, because he's never really said
Foreigner.
Yeah, there you go. If any foreigners win, and we're like, God damn, Nikko. But someone's still getting paid.
Yes. I mean, I guess I would think the same way. Like, at least somebody else is getting paid.
I love how he's like, it's a feminine line for women. You gotta make them smell good. What? Why do they have to smell good?
Lavender's supposed to be calming.
It's true. He wrote a whole thing. That's fair.
Oh, no.
And he's on to like holistic.
But you knew that, though.
I did know that,
I
actually.
have lavender pillow spray.
That's true. If he wants to sell fucking patchouli scented discs to fight against trannies, have right at it, Nikko.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Lavender though, lavender scented discs. I wonder if people are into them.
I think that you take I get nervous when I'm putting, right? So I hold it up.
Oh, wait a fucking second. We had this whole thing too about me smelling discs. Like,
Yeah.
I do like to smell discs, but I don't want them to smell like lavender.
You want them to smell like
hemp.
disc.
I want them to smell like plastic, brother. I want to smell like good Star plastic or some good ESP maybe. Casey Pro smells good. I don't know. Go for it,
Yeah. Yeah. We don't have to have opinion on this either.
We don't have to have a pit. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He can do whatever the fuck he wants to.
It's a huge story, so we had to talk about
We
it.
got to talk about it. Hey, you had to get it out there. What if it was like real pussy scented?
Who did that?
I don't know.
There was a candle that's supposed to smell like a...
Not transgender pussy?
No, it was a actress. She had like
a candle.
That smelled like puss.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow.
She did.
It's supposed to smell like puss, right?
I guess, yeah. Was it called puss? It wasn't called
No,
puss.
I think it's called snatch.
Skanky candle.
C word.
Well, yeah, more power to you, Nikko. I say you just keep doing that and
See if it
we'll
works.
see what
out.
happens. I don't know. Did he pay the...
I think it starts I think it's starting like next week. They started those. I think that those protos dropped at USWDGC.
Yeah.
So I think it's supposed to start at the next tournament.
I want to know how they're going to sell.
I don't know. I have no idea. I bet they sell out fast.
Yeah.
Just because people are going to support the cause.
Yeah.
Because that's what they believe is right.
It's true. I wonder what the FPO field as a whole feels, how they feel about Nikko.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. He's probably tried to fuck most of them, and there's probably some bad blood there. But
there was some, dude. It got crazy. They were accusing Nikko of some wild shit, but
oh, really?
yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah. I'm not gonna put that on my man's name, bro.
I got you. Not here, not at courtesy violation.
No.
That's our boy. If he wants to stand up against
Reddit's rough,
inequality.
dude. Reddit's rough.
Yeah, it is rough.
It's rough.
They will fucking, if you're not welcome on Reddit, they'll let you know.
Yeah.
They'll get you out of there.
Yeah, Reddit's rough.
They'll dox you.
Yes, they will.
They don't give a shit over there at
Yeah,
Reddit.
shit. That's the reason I go on there and I just look from the fucking bleachers, brother.
Exactly. Smart man. Also, Reddit is maybe one of the best places to get information on disc
Oh yeah,
golf,
for sure.
Because
I'm scared of it. It scares me.
I just don't post anything on there because they'll tell you you're doing it wrong or something and you'll look like an idiot.
Yeah, they definitely tell you when you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
By the boatload. All of the comments on there is just to either make fun of you or to tell you what you did wrong.
Yeah. Reddit's a scary place.
It is. What were you wanting to talk about though, as far as rules that you think should be rules?
Oh well, we had a tournament where we played a tournament this past weekend, and we were in the middle of BFE, and there was not like a reliable cell service anywhere on that course, and so we had to go back to paper cards, which was, I don't even want to say it was kind of cool. It wasn't cool because you didn't know the scores. It took us a few days to get ratings.
It was weird. It was like playing It was like playing. Well, only a few years ago, really.
Yeah.
But it felt like old school.
Yeah.
A throwback.
We were talking about how we adapt as humans to technology so fast now that not having the live PDGA app felt awful. It felt weird.
I didn't like it.
Like it's just, and when you think about it, it really was just a few years ago when you had to go look at a board to find out your starting hole, to find out where you were at. I mean, you didn't know anybody's scores but your cards. Like, it's
we didn't all have to keep score. You only had one designated scorekeeper, but yeah, it was.
No, they told us to keep everybody.
No. At this tournament, yes. I mean, years ago.
Oh, years ago, yeah.
Just a couple of years ago, yeah, it really was. I mean, paper scorecards, but it was just one person.
Yeah, this one, he enforced the rule that everybody had to keep a score
on paper cards,
and it was paper cards.
He expected all of us to know how to count.
But the thing that really was getting me second round, I had a couple of people on the card. They wanted to take, well, first off, the card in front of us were taking scores at the basket.
Yeah.
First, that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Everybody
to just
knows
stand
not
around
to
the
do
basket
that.
while the card's behind you waiting to tee off.
Yeah, sitting on the tee box and you're standing around the basket taking scores.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's crazy. And then
that's old person shit.
Yeah, a couple of people on my card wanted to fucking take scores on the way to the next hole. So,
yeah.
I want to just, we don't have to make it a rule. We can just fucking talk about it and tell everybody that there's no reason. I think most people do this, right? Like, you wait until you get to the next fucking tee pad, and then you
ask for scores.
You ask for scores.
That may actually even be a rule if it's not. But
it should be.
It should be.
That was my whole point. That should be a rule.
Yeah, because that is annoying as shit. And I will say, I was one of those guys that did that in the beginning. Like last year, I think. Because I would never do it with a paper scorecard because you had to like get the thing out and write down everything. So that's what makes this even crazier. Yeah. But like at the beginning of last year, I remember like walking from the hole and entering it on my phone and asking people, and then realizing like that's dumb as shit. Yep. Maybe let's wait for everyone. That way everyone can get scores at the same time. There's not you telling someone that you took a 7 3 different times.
Yeah.
That's tough, dude. Yeah. They'd be like, I said 7. Did you not fuck? I told you guys.
Yeah.
Don't make me say it again, you know?
Yeah, and it can just be an unwritten rule if it's not.
Yeah.
Just everybody know. If you're newer to disc golf or newer to playing tournaments, you just usually play cash or whatever, go to the next tee pad. And if, tell everybody, hey, let's wait till we get to the next fucking tee pad and then we'll take scores.
Yeah.
Because like you said, I keep my phone it's not always in my pocket, even with the PDGA Live. Like, sometimes it's in my bag, side pocket of my bag. I don't want to have to sit my bag down, get the phone out. Let me get to the next hole. Yeah. And then everybody can tell their scores, especially now that everybody's supposed to keep scores. You need to all be communicating together. You shouldn't have to ask multiple fucking times.
Yeah.
You should just say your score once and everybody get it, and easy fucking peasy.
Easy peasy.
So that's a rule I think needs to change.
Or
it needs to be not even a rule. It's an unwritten goddamn rule.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it. Everyone should
everybody
get in
do
line.
that.
It's not that hard.
I'm getting aggravated talking about it. It was really aggravating, man. I had a bad first round, as always. And then we had to do it on our card, and I think I was the only one that was waiting to the next fucking tee pad, which was aggravating me. And then one guy said something like, "Well, I said," "Well, I'm gonna wait till we get to the next tee pad to keep scores." And he's like, "Well, that's fine," but I was like, "Get fucking used." I said, "You might as well get fucking used to it because this is what I'm gonna do every fucking hole."
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it on the way there.
Turned out, homie wasn't even keeping score. He borrowed a scorecard and went and copied it after fucking we got done, which is illegal. Like that, you're not supposed to let somebody else. Like you're supposed to keep. Yeah, Pretty sure.
Well, yeah, I mean, everyone's supposed to keep score anyways.
So he wasn't even keeping score. But I did. I said, you might as well fucking get used to it.
Because this is how I fucking run the scorecard.
It's just the way it fucking needs to be done, right?
I agree. And that's something that we didn't have to deal with in the past because only one person kept score.
Yeah.
So when one person kept score, whether it be paper card or on the PDGA app, they'd just be like, what did you take? And then write it down. Not everyone has to, get together and worry about that. Now that we're all keeping score, it's just that's a new problem.
Mayhem.
I believe it's a new problem that like you got this guy waiting to get to the next T-pad to ask for score, and you got this guy waiting right as you tap in what you took. So it's just everyone's all over the place.
I don't
You're
want
right.
to
There
answer
needs
it
to be a
4
rule.
fucking times, dude. Then it doesn't even have, like I said, doesn't have to be a rule. Let's just make it an unwritten rule. If you're listening to this fucking podcast, go to the next T-pad.
Yeah, just wait till you get to the next T-pad.
And I would say a majority of the cards I play on do that.
Yeah.
And it's easy peasy, right?
Yeah.
But then I had this one, the first round, we did it. We didn't have to say, hey, let's wait till we, like, it was just known. That's what we did, right? It was so easy.
Yeah.
And then the next round is just fucking mayhem, dude. Like fucking one person telling me to score when I get to the T-pad because I'm not paying attention when I'm walking to the next fucking hole.
Right.
I don't have my phone in my hand. Or don't have my paper card in my hand. It was just aggravating.
No, I get it.
I mean, I know I probably sound like a fucking whiny bitch, but...
Well, it was especially bad this past weekend because, like you said, it was paper cards.
Yeah.
So, I was waiting to get to the next T-pad to enter scores in just because I'm not going to hold the paper card over my hand and write a score.
Yeah.
I'm walking.
It was raining.
Yeah.
Like, it was fucking insane. The way my card was doing it was fucking wild, dude. It was nuts. We had 2 people keeping cards, and then we played with a FA1 lady, and she was keeping it on her phone, which I'm fine with that. If she wants to keep it on her phone, she had enough cell service where she was using UDisc.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm just going to transfer it over. I'm fine. That's fine. But let's all do it at the same goddamn time. It's not hard, man. I was so fucking aggravated.
Yeah, that is funny because I had the same experience. It was like I said, we all had paper scorecards and we all had to keep score. So it was just a fucking mess. It really was a mess. And by the way, anyone who hasn't played the course, it's in North Carolina, Fontana Village. It's a resort. I guess it's called Fontana.
I think it's called Fontana Village Resort.
Yeah. Go play it if you don't mind not having cell service.
Yeah, there's no service.
Fucking zero service.
Yeah.
Just tell your family. Your family's going to think you're dead. Dude, we were there for like fucking 9 hours or something.
Yeah.
We were there for a long time. It felt like we were in purgatory. Like,
it was killing you worse than it was me.
Yeah, it was
really
strange, dude.
I could tell on the way up the mountain you were like, this is going to suck.
Yeah,
this fucking suck.
I was disconnected. I didn't like it.
I don't think maybe it's the age or whatever, but it didn't bother me. It's bad.
I'm like, dude, how am I going to stay connected with my boys?
But yeah, go play the course though.
Beautiful course.
Yeah, it's tough from the longs. It's tougher. And that's the fucked up thing is, I played the longs way better than I did the shorts.
Second round.
Yeah, but the shorts it's almost fucking, I wouldn't say pitch and putt, but it's birdie or die. Like
there's a lot of sub 250 holes, sub 220 holes.
You got to score on the shorts.
You got to.
And I did not.
I think 6 under was 900 rated.
Shot a 770 something. Yeah. I need to go back and check. I'll go ahead and say it. I'm 100% sure that's the worst rated round I've ever shot. It's not the worst I've ever played, but it's the worst rated round. I honestly thought the ratings were a little low because I thought my second round was going to be above 900, and it came in at like 880.
I did too, and I noticed that the separation between in points from score to score is like 14 or something.
From stroke to stroke?
Stroke to stroke, yeah.
And a lot.
I'm wondering if it's because there wasn't that many people.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
I think the more people, the more that kind of shrinks that separation.
It was kind of...
So maybe it would have been a little bit higher.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't even... That's smart, man. You're smart.
Dude.
I did not even think about that, but it was kind of nice. Like our first round was a tournament round on a pretty stretched out course around the resort. I think our first round came in at like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
No, the first round was 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
The second one was 2:45.
Oh, okay. I had them mixed up in. But yeah, it was so fucking fast. Dude.
Yeah, we really did go right through it. I mean, it was fun.
It was only like, I think there were 70 people in it. Something right around 70.
I think even
my first round had 3 on my card.
Yeah.
It was just quick, dude. That was nice.
It was. And I told those guys on my card the second round, they were like, "Do you play up here often?" I was like, "No, this is my third time playing here." And like, "You got to try this course over here in different parts of North Carolina." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm never coming back up here. I will never drive up to this course ever again." And it's because it's up what is called the Tail of the Dragon.
Yes, you might have heard. It's very famous, right? Like people come from all over to drive it.
Yeah, they do. It's 11 miles of nothing but curves. It's like 318 curves, I think.
In 11 miles.
In 11 miles.
It's the only way to get to this resort that doesn't take like 4 hours.
Yeah, I wish there was a different way, but it's literally the only fucking road that leaves there. It's just the most dangerous road in North Carolina.
It's so stupid.
It's the stupidest fucking road. And just to go on, because I had that whole thing about Buc-ee's, fuck the dragon. The Tail of the Dragon can suck it.
Yeah.
And if you like it, you're wrong.
It's insane.
You're wrong.
Now, going up wasn't bad. We were pretty much the only ones we saw on the road.
We took it nice and slow.
Coming back down was fucking mayhem. There was 3 wrecks. There was fucking motorcycles in their goddamn lane running 100 miles an hour.
Yes.
There was a guy directing traffic at a wreck in a goddamn banana suit.
That was crazy. That was strange. Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, it's funny actually when we passed that vehicle that was wrecked and there was this guy like waving us forward in a banana suit. Nothing was said till after we left. I was like, I wonder what happened back there and all that. And you were like, yeah, and I wonder why he's wearing a banana suit. And I was like, oh yeah, he was fucking wearing a banana suit. I mean, that road sucked so bad that I wasn't even focused on the absurdity in front of me. It was just like, oh, what the fuck is going on with this shitty ass road? Everyone's wrecking. Why do people drive it?
It's Fast and Furious groups, like groups of Fast and Furious fans.
Yeah.
This like 30 deep in these cars. Just,
yeah, dude.
It's fucking crazy.
And they're sliding
it's lawless. It's fucking lawless, dude.
It's true. There's not any cops up there. They just let these fucking crazy kids go up there and sling the tail end of their cars off the side of these mountains.
What was that? A Mustang just ripped probably like $100,000 fucking Mustang.
Yeah, it was a brand new Mustang with the undercarriage ripped out from the bottom of it. One of the wrecks. Another one was one of those dumb Jeep trucks that the back tire was missing. Yeah. I was like, God damn
the wheel was laying on the other side of the road.
5 minutes apart from each other.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that road.
And anyone who does know that road, you guys know exactly what we're talking about. And I grew up around here. You know,
you grew up like what, 15, 20 minutes from that place?
Yeah, 20, 25, 30. But my whole life, like my friends would always want to go up it. And I've always been a little bitch with motion sickness. And it would be just one of those trips. I'm like, you just go up the Dragon, because they were car dudes. They would like, build Hondas in their mom's house and fucking want to drive them up the Dragon. So I would go with them a handful of times, man, and I've never enjoyed it. I've truly never enjoyed it.
Fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it sucks so bad.
I had this conversation with a friend of mine, and he was like, "Nah, man, it's cool. It's cool." And I was like, "I don't know. I just don't have that go fast thing. I don't know." Yeah, I've never had that like go fast. I drive a fucking station wagon, dude.
Yeah, I don't. Same thing. That's what it is. We're not car people's the first thing. Yeah, it's like we don't give a shit about that. Secondly, like I just don't get curves and how that's like I'll get sick, man.
Like, that is kind of bitch of you. I'm not.
I know, dude.
Curves don't bother me.
Yeah, it's like it's not the reason that you get motion sickness. You just think it's a dumb road. It's dangerous.
Yeah, it's just fucking stupid.
And I'm just like, it makes my belly hurt.
I'd hate to drive my car there, and I mean, it's not like I got a fancy fucking expensive car or nothing.
Right.
But these motherfuckers are in your lane running 80 miles an hour around a curve that you should be doing 15. And it's just, I mean, they're cutting. I mean, it's obvious they're cutting loose. They're fucking wrecks everywhere.
They're actually cutting loose.
Yeah, I mean, their cars are just wrecked everywhere. Yeah, dude. People flashing lights. Like I said, motorcycles coming across their head across the yellow lines. You're like, fuck, I'm about to decapitate this dude.
I Googled it. This is very surprising. Only 29 people have died on that road.
That blows my mind. I'm surprised there's not 29 a year.
No shit. That's what I'm saying. We saw 2 wrecks in 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
On a little mountain road.
But that should... There's so many cars. I mean, it's stupid.
It is stupid. Also...
Fuck the dragon.
Fuck the dragon. Fuck the tail of the dragon in North Carolina and Tennessee border. Fuck Fontana. You know what? Fuck that course. I'm never going back to that course.
Fuck that
Yeah, you're like, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that whole tournament fucking sucked. That whole fuck the whole state of North Carolina.
I had a good time. I did. I just played like shit. It was a good time, though. Good. Tournament director did good. Oh, let me say this.
Okay.
While we're talking about the tournaments we played. Before the tournament we played before this, when we were talking about, the trophy only and, the players pack and everything. Well, the TD, I guess he listens. Didn't realize this. And I wouldn't gonna like bring him into the conversation because that TD I actually consider a friend. I've known him since he really started TD, and he is one of the bigger TDs around here. And I didn't know, I would never thought he's such a good person that I didn't think that he'd listen to this trash fucking podcast.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I thought you were a Christian, dude. You listen to our podcast?
But he contacted me. He's like, I wish I would have touched back up on it. So I am going to touch back up on it. And I've already said that I did come around on the trophy only thing. I kind of do like it. But it was a fun tournament, and the players pack was great. So I have if the players packs are like that, I have no quarrels with the trophy only. And he did say, and he's like, I'll come on and explain it, and maybe we'll have him on sometime. But he said he's heard, he's asked people around, and he thought that was the right way to go. And hell,
if that's the general consensus,
yeah, I'm with him. I liked it too, and like that players pack was great. Like it was
absolutely
$60 tournament fee, and the players pack was worth like $80 plus. So I mean, I'm not gonna complain about that for sure. And I didn't want him to even, because like I said, I do kind of consider the dude a friend. I didn't want him to feel like, not that he even gives a fuck. I really doubt that he does. But we weren't. We weren't dicking. I wasn't trying to dick on anybody or saying that he was doing it wrong or anything. I just wanted people's opinions on it. Sure. And maybe I should have, or we should have touched back on it a little bit and say, hey, players pack was well worth.
Sure.
I'd play any tournament that I'd pay $60 to play any tournament that we got a players pack that good.
I do believe we did mention that the players pack was nice though.
Okay, we might have.
We may have. But you're right. I see what you're saying. It's good to kind of clear the air on that.
But
the players pack was pretty rad.
And if you're listening, I did screw up during that because I filled out my paper because they had a paper they wanted us to fill out before that tournament. Well, when I filled out my paper, I left my dry sack and stuff sitting on that table. So now that I mentioned it, I expect you to send that to me.
Yeah. So if you are listening, you just go ahead and get that sent our way.
I did screw up. I did leave I told you that.
You've been bitching about it ever since.
Yeah, because it's a sweet one. It matches the umbrella.
It does.
I was like, fuck.
And guys, you already know what color of the Innova umbrella was.
Yeah, it's the sweet umbrella, dude.
It's the cool black.
I've always wanted a good disc golf umbrella,
ones.
And I've never had one. I've always just had like a Walmart golf umbrella. Yeah. So, fucking, I loved it. I love the players pack, and that tournament's always fun. His tournaments are always smooth ran.
Oh, absolutely. He's one of the best in the area to do it, for sure.
So, I just wanted to touch on that, because I didn't want him to feel like we was dicking on him.
Props to our guy, Kev.
Yeah. You know who you is.
You know who you is. What else?
One thing, I want to mention this, and then we'll do a couple picks.
Okay.
But, finally... The spring is always a shit time for me because of my allergies.
Of course.
But the worst thing about the spring, or one of the worst things about the spring, is the jizz trees.
Yes.
And I think they're bloomed and gone. So
now really?
I haven't noticed the smell of cum in the air.
That's good.
The last week when I'm outside. Yeah. And it's always like, I always try to celebrate that. So everybody... If you know if you have cum trees in your area, you know exactly what we're talking about. Or jizz trees, whatever you want to call them. Cum seems a little nasty.
Yeah, that's
so
a little
jizz
aggressive.
trees. But they put the smell of come
Right
in the,
in your nose.
air. Yeah, like it's awful.
Yeah. What are those? Bradford pear?
They're Bradford pears, yeah.
Bradford pear trees. So whenever when they bloom, is that it?
Yeah.
They just smell like they bloom. They shoot cum out of them.
That's the reason the flowers are white, I guess. I think they're made of jizz.
Okay, they're cum flowers.
Yeah, they're cum flowers, but they really do smell like jizz.
It stinks.
It's awful. I hate being outside
I
and
do
playing. Like I hate playing around, and you're like, God, you smell.
Yeah, you guys know what
Did you
we're
brush your
talking
teeth?
Or is it mine? Yeah. Did we brush our teeth after we sucked each other off? That's so funny. I have a funny story, short one. On Facebook, I mentioned those cum trees one time on a post, and this girl commented, and she was like, I didn't say what they smelled like. And she had like wrote me, and she was like, yeah, she made the comment of like, they smell like pussy or something. I was like, nah. Doesn't smell like vagina to me.
There's some reason yours smells like that. I think.
Yeah, it smells like semen to me. I don't know, but
yeah, they definitely they smell like.
And they're gone, no more.
Well, once the flowers are gone,
yeah,
the smell goes away. So
of course.
So it's
once they empty their load.
Yeah, once the flowers blow, it's
gone.
It's gone.
Sorry.
There's one or two.
The refraction period. What is it? Refractory period.
Yeah.
It's a year for those trees.
That there's still a few hanging on.
Okay.
But they're about gone.
Every now and then you'll catch a whiff.
Yeah, I just want to celebrate that because I hate them.
Yeah, let's.
Another thing, Run Maker winner from a few episodes. We meant to announce it last episode, and we forgot, of course, because we can't concentrate long enough to even do a podcast. But you had to comment a disc that you were wanting on the. I can't remember. It was the one where we talked about that dog fucker. But we put all the names, which there was only like 7 people that did it. So thanks for participating, people.
Yeah.
But we put it in a random wheel and spun it. And Drew Hanshaw won. So Drew is a listener. He's been a loyal listener for a long time.
Fuck
so
yeah, he's a real one, dude.
Yeah, he's a real one. So I was kind of excited that it hit his name. But Drew, I'll message you on Twitter and get your address, and we'll get this out to you.
You will get a Run Maker, a retractable multi-use towel, and a fucking Discineer Run Maker keychain. Yeah. Look, it goes in the middle.
Yep.
If there's a way that you can use the keychain for putting, there's no way. But I tell you what, you could hold it up. I've already made that joke. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
But yeah, I'll get that to you, Drew. I'll message you. Also, we had another contest that won the other retractable cum towel, where I made a mistake in a thing to see who would be the first one to correct it publicly, and it was Berg Nerd. So Berg Nerd, the other towel, we're gonna get it sent to you too, and we appreciate y'all listening and participating, and we'll have another giveaway soon.
Of course.
Like, follow, share, sub, subscribe, all that shit. Do wherever you're listening. Yeah. Or watching. Hopefully you watch a little bit. Maybe
when you're playing disc golf with your butt, do this. Here's a little homework for you. The next round of disc golf, you play with a buddy that doesn't know who our podcast is. Tell them about it.
Yeah, it's that simple. Yeah. Once they listen.
Yeah.
Ball fucking game.
There you go.
Ball game.
That's all you got to do is tell them about it. The rest will be history. You guys will be better friends for it. It'll probably tighten your friendship up. You guys will have something to talk about on the course. It'll help us. Just help us out a little bit with that. If
anybody wants to help us, or help, we're trying to get some cameras and shit. There is a place that in our link tree that you can support us. It's just, whatever. I hate fucking asking. We don't ever do it, but we are trying to get some new cams and do some stuff. Maybe have some merch in the works, which that'll be a good way. We just really, we want to make the pod the best that it can be.
Yes.
And with the shit we're working with right now, it's tough. So
come on, guys.
Any money that you do know that it's gonna go towards the pod.
It will, and a fraction of the proceeds will go. Will pay for the second from last woman that doesn't cash
No.
because of a transgender.
No.
I'm just
No.
kidding.
It ain't happening.
Like-
All of it's going to cameras. maybe some paint for the walls or a cool sign or something.
Maybe we
We're
can
gonna
finally
do-
move out of my grandma's house.
Yeah, Granny's getting on my goddamn nerves. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, give me a 2 FPO and 2 MPO for Texas State
Oh, shiz.
Championship.
Okay, so real quick to run through our picks this weekend. 2 FPO, I'm going to go with, you already know one, is our girl Natalie Ryan, of course.
Okay.
Like I said, you would be a fool almost to not pick her. And I don't want to go with a more obvious. They're all the fucking bangers. I'll be real with you. Evelina Solonen.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like I said, not anything crazy, not anything exciting.
Let me give you my 2. Because I've seen, and I probably will still have her on my starting lineup, but I'm gonna dodge Kristen to win on my 2 picks because I did see that ankle and it did not look great.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go with Valerie Mandahano and Owen Scoggins.
Great picks.
Yeah, I think those are good.
Great picks. MPO. I'm gonna go with, of course, Richard Wysocki. He's only won it every time he's played it. Texas State's. Then I'm gonna go with Colbert Allen.
Oh,
Yeah, I kind of switched it up a little bit this week, but that's a solid ass pick.
yeah, I like Wysocki for sure. I mean,
Oh,
that would be my pick, but I'm not gonna repeat you, so I will give you another one. I'm gonna go Calvin.
Nice.
I'm gonna go Calvin, and then just to throw a little bit of somebody you might not think I was gonna say, Ezra Robinson.
Oh wow, Ezra.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of your dark horse pick?
I don't know if it's dark horse anymore. That motherfucker's almost 1040 rated.
That's pretty high. That's pretty good.
Dude, he's been doing great this year.
Yeah, no shit.
I mean, he's
Didn't realize
actually.
he's
I'm
almost
pretty
10
sure he's done better than Isaac. So.
Yeah, probably has. Isaac's had a rough go at
Yeah.
it this year so far.
So I'm gonna go Calvin and Ezra Robinson. So,
Good one.
all right, y'all.
like it.
We love you,
Love you guys.
and we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Congratulations, Drew.
Yeah. Congratulations, Drew. We'll get it to you. Peace.